Do things just not feel right out there in the world at this moment? People and things moving apart like never before? Well, I've chosen a long adventure to keep us busy for hopefully a really long time. But first, let me finally tell you my story. Back in 2017, so many great games were all released, and it was an amazing era of gaming. Communities were formed, and success was felt all across from both developers and fans, both of which were open to making and experiencing new wild or crazy ideas, seemingly out of nothing. Almost like some kind of magic had been rediscovered. But despite many people claiming the Switch as the best console to be released of all time, I still didn't obtain my own until 2018, after saving up money and getting my first ever paycheck from a job I had working at a summer camp. And when I did finally manage to get it, I would end up purchasing multiple games that to this day are still my personal favorites. But in 2018, one of these games to me, at least, was unlike any other, because up to that point in time, I had been falling out of love with gaming in its entirety. And thanks to this game, my love was returned. I was re-energized, and honestly, if it wasn't for it, I probably wouldn't be making videos today. This game was called Breath of the Wild. But lately, I found myself once again growing bored and disappointed with games. I constantly sit in front of my computer trying to come up with something to do, or being unable to start tasks that I know need to be done. And when I do play games, even Breath of the Wild, I get frustrated way easier than I used to. The world feels less beautiful, and the tricks have become less fun to perform, and what's worse is I found myself in what many artists would call a creative block. At this point, I've done everything there is to do in Breath of the Wild. I've learned every big trick, every small piece of knowledge attainable, and beaten every boss fight time and time again. I was ready to play Tears of the Kingdom, but I hadn't reached 500 hours of playtime. So every day before the stream, I would load up my Switch to figure out what I was going to do that day, and there it was staring at me. I would think to myself, maybe I should just rip off the band-aid and play it. But no, I can't. I need to reach 500 hours of playtime. But I was so frustrated for seemingly no reason that I didn't want to even touch Breath of the Wild, so the goal remained stuck in place. So instead, I went back and played my favorite traditional Zelda game to this day for the first time in 8 years, Twilight Princess. And for the first time in months, I was just having fun playing the game. The nostalgia I felt was unlike anything I've experienced before, and it felt freeing to play something without trying to go as fast as possible or without any arbitrary rules. Who put that, bed temple footage there? No, don't zoom in on the timer, no! It was at this point I realized why I wasn't having fun with Breath of the Wild anymore. It wasn't necessarily because of the whole 500 hour goal I put myself on. It wasn't completely because I was failing tricks and glitches. I had played Breath of the Wild too much, because I was too focused on reaching 500 hours so I could finally play Tears of the Kingdom, and not focused on just having fun.
Wait, Renato's a guy?!
I was too focused on the destination, and not the journey along the way. So, now it's been a few months since I completed my playthrough of Twilight Princess, and you're probably wondering what's next in the road to 500. Well, all I can say to you is, screw 500 hours. I'm ready to play this game right now. So after all this time, would you all please give me the honor to finally welcome you to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?